The 4th of July, the beloved American holiday. That is, if you are American, of course. Otherwise, it's really just more of a time for you to post memes about how America's bad and your country's objectively better. We get it. But if you are American, though, it's time to celebrate freedom. To invite those in-laws that you never really got to know, to drink ungodly amounts of soda, and, if you're an adult, to drink ungodly amounts of alcohol. America, American flag, American anthem, American music, American... Sorry about that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about how you can shove all of that aside because the biggest part of 4th of July, if we're being honest here, is the fireworks. As humans, we have always been fascinated by fire. So it was only a matter of time after someone that figured out that you can just light a little wick up and send fire into the sky that we would decide that we should put that in a celebration. Since then, it's become a staple of July 4th. So you can put all that other stuff away about freedom, your cookouts, your friends coming over, and your family. Just put that all away because all that matters is that you have enough fireworks to last 24 hours. And as a fellow American myself, at least partially, I definitely made sure that I stocked up. Well, just gonna show y'all what I was doing this weekend. I was buying fireworks. A lot of fireworks. So, gather around friends, family, and children as I guide you through my 4th of July fireworks / showcase / comedy thing. Who knows, maybe you'll enjoy, maybe even do that thing where you awkwardly chuckle even though you don't really understand the joke just because you don't want to feel excluded. Just remember, I'm watching you. Alright, let's get to it. So, this year I decided that I want to start my 4th of July a bit early. There's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of the fireworks don't look nearly as good in morning as they do at night. I mean, come on. They're giant things that light up the sky. They don't light up the sky if it's morning time. Simple stuff, right? But I just couldn't help myself. So instead, I got one of my smoke grenades. This was the army issue, and I had heard it wasn't exactly good as some of the other smoke grenades out there, but I decided to give it a chance anyway, just because there's no fuse. You just pull that pin and you throw it, just like a real grenade. It was not constructed at all as well as a real grenade, let me tell you that. If it was me just not knowing how to use it, because I've never used one of these before. I'm used to just, you light the fuse and you throw it. Or it could just be because it was cheaply constructed, because let's be honest here, that was definitely cheaply constructed. But when I pulled the pin, the entire top came off. I threw it anyway because at the time I didn't know if that was just how it worked or not, but about 5 seconds later, I understood that that was not at all how it was meant to work because, yeah, it did nothing. After a little more time trying to figure out how the darn thing worked, we realized that it wouldn't. Without that plastic piece on top, it was a complete dud. Well, so much for that plan. Not exactly the most exciting way to start the 4th of July, but hey, it is what it is. Although, as Past Me put it,
the crowd hates it. Boo. Request half of our money back.
Luckily, the pack came with 2 grenades in it, so I was able in the end of the day to get one working.
That's what's going to happen.
After inhaling probably unhealthy phosphorus gas, I did feel a bit better about the first one. Although, yes, I still did want half my money back. And then, I waited. And waited, and waited, until night finally arrived, and I was able to launch those fireworks that I had ever so neatly set up on the lawn. Before I could have one good one, though, of course I needed to fail, yet again.
Whoa!
Yeah, not exactly what I had planned, but hey, you have to have a few bad ones so then the good ones look even better, right? At this point, I had just given up on trying to launch smaller fireworks and lead our way up to the bigger ones. I decided it was just time to go right into it, so I launched one of our bigger fireworks. pretty cool for the first firework of the night, although I do distinctly remember my ears being completely deaf after that, but hey, who needs to worry about that? Pretty colors in sky go boom, and that's all I really cared about at the moment. Quick fact for anyone out there who doesn't launch fireworks. A Roman candle is a type of firework that shoots a flaming ball into the sky. It doesn't sound that cool right now when I say it that way, but what you need to know is that in the middle of the night, seeing that vibrant color in the sky, it's amazing. So someone decided that they could just take one of those sticks, cut into it, put it in a box, and call it a day. And so that was this firework. Firework was so nice that we had to do it twice, except this time it was bigger. Hello everybody, while we're here I just wanted to take a minute to ask you guys to consider liking and maybe even subscribing if you like this kind of content. Helps me grow as a small content creator, and it also helps me beat the algorithm, so more people get to see this video. Anyway, just consider it and go back to enjoying your video. After two more fireworks, one was just shaped like a bullet.
And it's just a straight up bullet.
And the second one was just an actual mortar. So I don't actually have any video for this one since everyone was too busy covering their ears to record, but hey, I mean, just listen to that noise. Ouch. Before we lit the big one, we decided to take a little break and light a few porch fireworks. Honestly, they weren't that exciting, so I just decided not to include them. There was one though, the Black Snake. Now this is one that was from my parents' era, and I had never lit one before. After two failed attempts at lighting it, we finally just decided to grab a pan from the kitchen, dump all the pellets on there, and light them. It was crazy. I mean, this thing kept growing and growing. But that wasn't even the weirdest part. Even with this oven-safe tray, when I picked up the pan, I looked at the seat which I had put it on. There was a small little bit of plastic that had just smoothed out because of the heat. It had melted and then cooled again. I don't know how hot this thing was to burn through the pan and onto the chair, but I'm just really glad I did not put it on the porch. We finally got to the main event of the night. The evil priest. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, that sounded a lot more, I don't know, formal in my head, but we're not gonna worry about that now, okay? Moving on.
Enjoy the final show of the night.
When we first started it, it wasn't much, but then it started growing. And growing. A few more shots, it eventually started to die down a bit, and I was left wondering, is it already over? But then no, it came back as a fountain and held out for a bit longer. And then, let's just say it got massive. I mean, this thing was huge. I was kind of worried that it was gonna set fire to the lawn. And then finally, it was gone. So you've seen all of the fireworks launched, but it's time for you to see the person recording them. This little person hiding in the dark. Yeah, she just lied down to record those fireworks just so she could get a level view. I'd say that's pretty good dedication. And it's pretty good because if anything went wrong, she could just roll over.
Can I get up now?
No. But yeah, that's about it. I'd like to thank you all for making it to the end of the video. Again, like I asked you in the middle of the video, just consider liking and subscribing if you end up liking this kind of content. Helps me out, and it helps you guys receive content that you actually want to see. I know, crazy. But that's it. I will see you all next time, hopefully. Bye.